What's up guys, welcome back to some Clash Royale news with Griff, or Royal news with Griff, or Griff news. However, jumping into today's video, start a replay there while I'm blabbing on. I think we've got loads to talk about, the updates, the new draft mode, the where they're taking draws out of the game, just there's so much news coming, all the balance updates, the new season pass in October, just some huge changes coming for Clash Royale over the next few weeks, and I'm so excited. So we'll discuss some of these in this video. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So the first thing I want to discuss is what Seth tweeted out. If you don't know Seth, give him a follow on Twitter. He does do a lot of sneak peeks, and he also is really good at annoying other people on the Supercell team, including Drew, especially if he gets his phone. However, this match is a good ending. However, they are revamping draft mode. Finally, after years of people saying, or however long it's been out, that the game is unfair in draft mode and it's luck based. However, I don't fully agree with that. A lot of people, like pros, can win purely because they're good, but it's about knowing what cards you're giving your opponent, what cards you're choosing for your win condition, and how different card interactions work. So what will happen in the new draft mode, you'll draft 8 cards entirely of your choice. So hopefully they'll increase the 30-second thing maybe to 45 seconds, because you don't want to be waiting 60 if the opponent isn't drafting any cards at all. But basically, so you can see your cards are here, put a circle around that now, and your opponent's cards are here, and so you can see what choice they get. They can see what choice you get, but you choose one of those cards. So basically at the end of the 8 card cycle, you're never going to know what deck the opponent has, but if you're a good player and they're a good player, you'll know what cards they likely chose. I think this makes it a lot fairer because you can't choose what the opponent has. You can't give them a really heavy deck knowing that you'll be able to outcycle them. It's just going to bring a whole new archetype to the game. It'll be great fun to see over in CRL if they introduce it over there, but until then, I think this is going to be one of the best features I've added to Clash Royale in a long time. Also, this image actually contains another sneak peek, which we will see inside the October season of Clash Royale. If you look at the arena behind the cards in the foreground, you'll see a Halloween theme. So you've got the pumpkins, you've got the cobwebs. I'm guessing that a lot of the challenges are going to be like witch or skeleton based, things like that. And there is also rumoured to be a new card coming out inside the game, which is super exciting. I hope it's not a legendary. I hope it's a card that is a new win condition, a new archetype, something which is game changing. It's been so long since they've done something like that. The Royal Hogs, I think, was probably the last win condition that they added about 8-9 months ago now since they were added. But please, Supercell, add a new win condition into the game, preferably a rare one, so it's more free-to-play friendly, like the Hog is. But that being said, I really am a fan of the Season Pass. It's totally worth the £5, €5, $5, whatever you pay, 5 yen, however much it is where you would live. It's totally worth it. I know some people are like completely against it, and that's just crazy to me, but I don't know. So moving on to news over in CRL, including CRL Asia and CRL West, which has kicked off already. But over on Royale API, you can monitor the players, which could help you choose your fantasy Royale team, which I'll cover in a minute. But here you can see who's got 100% win rate. You can stalk what decks are covering. You can find some of like the decks that some of the most skilled players are using in the world. So Immortals are probably my favourite team to win. I think they've got the best players out there. Royal are crap. It's just absolutely such a good team as Immortals. However, no offense to B-Rad, you're still one of my favourite YouTubers. Besides Ash. I shouldn't have said that. One of my favourite pro YouTubers is what I meant to say. So, from your homepage, if you go into news, and then you can press play Fantasy Royale. There is gems up for grabs here, and here is my team, which I have just shown you before I wanted to show. But I've chosen Lapakai. I think he is one of the best players in the world. It's just so good, and I think in Immortals, it stands one of the best chances of being played more, which allows him to get more crowns, which is what you want to be able to win Fantasy Royale. You've also got Morton and Pompeia, who are two solid people who have been around for a long time, since like the start of the game, and Vulcan, who in my opinion is probably the most skilled player in the entire world. I think he first came to your screens in King's Cup with Clash with Ash in Viva La Sparky, where he helps win tens of thousands of pounds. So if you haven't already, please choose your Fantasy Royale team. It's just a bit of fun inside the game. So the tweet that Clash with Ash put out the other day covers some things that we know about the October update, which is coming. So as I mentioned earlier, it'll be spooky themed. New cards will open up a new archetype in the game. Please be more than what Royal Hogs is. It needs to be game changing. It's just gotta be a good card. Please, Supercell, Seth, if you ever get to watch this video, please. And now onto the anti-draw, as I mentioned earlier. So what'll happen is, say if you're on 1500 HP and your opponent's tower's on 1200, you will win because they both lose equal amount of damage within around 5 seconds. And obviously the opponent's tower, which will hit 0 first, is destroyed. You won't see this mechanic in ladder. It'll only be in challenges and friendly battles for now, but if it's successful, they'll roll it out into ladder probably in the November or December update. So a witch rework. I was sort of expecting something like this with it being a spooky themed, but it's needed for a long time. Hopefully the witch rework, hopefully they do a double witch rework for the Night Witch and the Witch. Maybe give them like 4 spawn units each instead of the 3 and the 2 like they get. It'll just be good to see inside the game, because Night Witch is completely dead card. Nobody runs her anymore, especially with Executioner, who just completely obliterates her. And then finally, they're bringing us the transparent arena. So if you ever seen your opponent play a card, but you're not quite sure what it is because it's come up saying 30 seconds left or sudden death, and there's just some split second where you can't react and you might miss a good fireball opportunity, and things like this could cost you the game, and it does often cost a game, and people are always moaning about this, and rightly so. So finally, the transparent text and the crowns down the side will be there, finally. It's just something small, quality of life improvement, which has been needed to be added for a long time. And also, leader rotation. So, say if you've been in a very active clan, but for whatever reason, the leader has quit Clash Royale unannounced, he hasn't been online in like 14 days, you can now switch to a co-leader. I think it'll probably be a chosen co-leader, so when you're appointed leader, I think you'll have to appoint like the senior co-leader almost, who will take your role if you quit Clash Royale and you're just staying active. It just helps keep these clan alive, especially with Clan Wars, where people put so much effort into building a clan, getting tens of thousands of war trophies and things like that. It's just, again, a great small quality of life improvement which should have been added months ago. And also, as you can see here, another card which is finally getting a rework is the Bowler. Finally! It's barely been seen in the meta since Splash Yard was like one of the best decks in the game. But cost increased from 5 to 6. Its health increased by 10%. Maybe. Oh, no. Its health increased by 25 to 35%. That would be huge. It needs to be a tank. And deals bonus damage to buildings. So I think that would be a good thing. One thing that I would like to see, especially if it's going to be a 6 elixir unit, is that I think his Boulder should be able to knock back a Prince and things like that, and a lot heavier hitting units. You've got a Log which can knock back anything inside the game because of like a mechanic that they call like the weight of the card almost, but the Boulder should be able to push back heavy units, maybe even the P.E.K.K.A. That's something that I would like to see the Bowler be very powerful. It'd be a good spell replacement. It'd just be such an OP card. Please, Supercell, give the Bowler the Boulder he deserves. Allow him to knock back more units inside the game. So that is going to do it for today's first ever news episode. Maybe bring this once a week, maybe once a fortnight, depending how much news there is inside Clash Royale. But thanks very much for sticking around till the end. Love you guys so much. Till next time, peace.